Hello, toy friends. How you doing? I'm Will. That's Jim. 118 includes all you guys too. How's it
Hey,
going,
use
Jim?
guys. Use guys. It was the two youths.
And Bjorn, what's up there, Schmaji Spadoinko? All right. And
He has a way with
Defiant
words.
Outer Rim is here. Let's do this. That's right. Jeff Morris with a little fun 118 scale savings tip here. Cheers, 118. If anyone's not gotten the Jurassic World Mission Mayhem truck, and thanks for that, Jeff. I will bring it up real quick here just so you could see it. I did a little Google. There it is. That's the Mission Mayhem truck set. This is saying it's 1669, which is a good price, but it's a little bit different. But yeah, for only 16 bucks, you get a little dyno and a little truck. And it's a
Cool looking
pretty cool
truck.
looking vehicle. Yeah, that could work with military. It's got a little hatch on the back. It's got those little capture claws, which are removable. We covered this on a previous stream, so you don't have to keep those big dino catching claws on the front there. So that's kind of cool.
That'd be
So
kind of handy.
thank
You
you.
know, you having a little dinner party. You need, some salad
Oh,
tongs.
instead of ordinary boring salad tongs, yeah, you could just hand someone a truck. So that's pretty cool. Thank you. Joe Ricondo, yo! Hello, Will and everyone. I'll be watching this and doing the rest of your yard work. Fucking yard work. Oh, that sucks. All right. Badger, howdy. Scotty, what's happening? And we've got Largo's Lair here. Thank you so much for joining us. It's very cool. Oh, Nanu Nanu. I meant to hit Ian Sweeney. Evening all. Hey, Ian, how are you? Oh, Bjorn, your weekend was good. Yesterday kind of sucked, though. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Um, yeah, I mean, what does that say? You know, life in 1-1 scale sucks, right? So that's why we come here on the weekends and
There are
celebrate the
days.
118. Hello all. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Yeah. Well, we all are except for Bjorn apparently. So no, I'm kidding. What's up, Boba Hicks? Oh man. All right. Who else is here? We got Jeff. Miniverse, mini brand accessories are pretty awesome. I did not see the Lord of the Rings stuff yet. Well, yeah, I had mentioned it a couple shows ago. Finally got my hands on some, and you're gonna want to see these. I think they're pretty neat. But I did. Oh, there's some Harry Potter stuff. Yeah. So in addition to whatever you make, it comes with a bunch of little things. Freaking out like a fanboy. I'm a fanboy for you, Joe Ricondo. And
Joe.
hello there, Mr. Cardboard.
Well, hello there.
Oh, Robert showed up. Jim and Will. Hey, what's up, Robert? I was checking out Robert's latest, just digging through bags of old Marvel Universe figures. There's some really good ones. There's some bangers in there. I just wish they weren't so expensive. Like it seems like they made a lot of them, but every time I look them up on eBay, people want like mucho dollars for them. If I could find like cheap lots of them, I'd be buying them up. That Spider-Man 2099 he showed yesterday was really nice. I like that.
Well, if you like
Um,
any of the Disney Plus shows, you can find those at Ross, really cheap, or Ollie's.
oh, just looking on eBay for Jesse Duke figure and Mork figure. Hey, your spoiler. I sent you that awful offline, but I
I
did
had
get an
one of
Uncle
those.
Jesse figure.
When I was a kid, I had the 118 Mork from Mork, came in a little egg spaceship. That was cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's just, oh yeah, that vehicle's rad. People commenting. Yeah, yeah, that would definitely work with like Mad Max. Absolutely. Robert wants one. Mython the Python. What's happening,
My
buddy?
my thumb will be the guest of honor for Hella Dope tonight, talking about some mug
Ooh.
action, doing a little mean mugging
Oh,
for a good cause.
mean mugging. Yeah, he is. He's a mean guy, man. He's such a mean mugger. Oh
That's
man.
right.
So Ian's got an FYI. He picked up mini vehicle and a couple figures for Will and a couple figures for Largo to contribute to the Paltoy Care package later this year. What,
Oh,
Ian?
that's gonna be awesome.
Dude, you're amazing. Are you kidding me? We have to
That
reciprocate. there's got to be something U.S. based that doesn't get over that way that I could send you. I got to send you something. So if there's something, like the opposite.
Trying to think of something that's uniquely American that British people would care for.
Wars,
There
but
isn't
they're
much.
not.
They have
Yeah,
the
there's
best chocolate. They have some of the best toys. We're kind of bereft of
mm,
quality here in the
of
States. Us
good
Yanks.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Well,
it has to be
technically,
some kind of international exchange. I have to reciprocate. But thank you so much, Ian. You're
that will be a
amazing.
cool unboxing because we won't know
Yeah.
what exactly is in there.
Rumor has it the alkylate figures. What? Yeah, yeah. Is that Eduardo I hear? Probably.
It is actually.
Pirates. What's up, pirates? I hope you're feeling better, man. I saw that you missed out on your little road trip, man. I'm really sorry. That must have been a bummer, but yeah. Hopefully next time, man. I know you were excited for that, and hope things are going better.
Yeah.
There's a pawn shop he discovered last Saturday is loaded with 118 scale goodness. Ironically, you picked up a 132 scale Star Trek mini playset with two
Was
figures.
he popping tags? Was he looking for a comer? Doing a little Macklemore? I'm going to pop some tags.
Let's
You
see.
find some cool threads in those secondhand stores. Actually, I got this one at a thrift store here in
Nice.
Guatemala.
Absolutely.
I
I would say sizes are probably a problem for you in Guatemala because
Yeah,
you're taller than I am, and I have a problem finding shit my size. Like in the
I
US, like I can never
yeah.
find socks,
The
shoes,
average
or
yeah,
pants.
the average size here is around like 5'2", and I'm 6'3". So yeah, it does become difficult sometimes. But what they do is they get like pallets of secondhand stuff from the States, ship it over, and then just open the pallets, and then it's a free for all. So
Yeah.
you find some trippy stuff. I've picked up some DVDs and Blu-rays that here most people don't
Hey,
actually watch movies in English, and I'll find cheap English movies like Score.
nice, nice, nice. Badger saying he's got a friend in the UK that likes Jolly Ranchers. I would give
Oh,
you a bucket load of Jolly Ranchers for sending me. I mean, I could get you so many. So anything that you like.
I'm
You
not
just
big on the
mentioned the
Jolly Ranchers, but I like Gay Farmers.
yeah,
But
dude. Jolly Ranchers or Jolly Rogers? I don't know.
Jammy Dodgers. Oh wait, that's something else.
Scotty said there's a place on Earth with people smaller than you. Yes, uh, apparently. All right. Well, let's take a look. What do we got today? We have a really fun show. I think we're going to have fun today talking about some stuff. But before that, let's get some just things. As you guys all know, Delta 17 toys. I love them. You love them. Almost everyone I know loves them. I don't know anyone that doesn't like these. But
Communists don't like them.
just just overall bad people. You can download the Delta 17 comics issue 1 on their website, delta17toys.com. You can also purchase them now at helladopetoys.com. So two great things put together. So I just wanted to let you aware of that. And Hella Dope is listening. They you've asked for more 118 scale figures. They have delivered. They are also now carrying Joy Toy as well as the boss fight stuff, and hopefully more things in the future. So um, really great. They package everything really. They ship super fast, package everything really nice, and they're just great. They're good guys. Um, Also, today is the last day for that Chapman Acid coloring contest. I believe it's either expired midnight because they're like a day ahead of us, so it might be over. I don't know. But you can win a 4-pack of the beta bots. So
Cool.
if you didn't do it, I don't know if this has passed. It might have because they're like I said, they're aren't they like 12 hours ahead of us? Maybe. I don't know. Geez. One other thing I
Time
wanted to
zones.
know. Oh, I wanted to mention this on the last stream was 3D Joe's. If you go to eBay and you type in GI Joe underscore ARAH, Carson Taxes is auctioning off some really nice assets that he's used to create his making of GI Joe Omnibus. Some of the actual catalogs, the artwork. You could get real pieces here, and you could bid on them on eBay. and there's catalogs, old promotional materials, slides, like things that, and also a bunch of carded figures. He was selling off some of these. These are like
Wow.
his his extras because he has such a ridiculous collection.
Oh yeah.
But
If
if
you've
you
never
want to,
checked out 3D Joe's the website, it's amazing. Everything Joe related from the 80s with 3D scans, beautiful images of the toys, some history, some behind the scenes, some inside baseball. It's really cool.
yeah. Oh, and Wraith Mace is here. We are the
Yay!
Hammer. Yes, go check out Wraith Mace. Wraith Mace, dude. He just got he's recovering from surgery. I did not know that you
Wow.
had surgery. So first of all, dude, hang in there. You're gonna kill it, man. I know you're gonna be better up and running in no time. And his song "We Are the Hammer," dedicated to Warhammer 40K, is fucking awesome. And you guys should all go listen to it over on the Wraith Mace YouTube channel. He it'll be stuck in your head. It got me pumped for work. I walked into work and people any problems that come along, it's like we are the Hammer. We could overcome anything. It's great. It's such a rocking tune.
Wraith Mace has officially made Wilhelm fanboy out. It's cool. You saw it here first.
Yes, he has, and he's also playing the newest World of Warcraft expansion, the
Oh,
War
nice.
Within, and he's streaming that. So you can catch him streaming that. I think it comes out Tuesday, but he's got early access. I just don't have the time, so I live vicariously through Wraith Maze because he's also the 1/18 scale Joy Toy stuff is insane, but it's also just another line. If I had unlimited funds, I would buy it, but I live vicariously through him because he does, and he'll even like break down the entire history, the story, everything about them, and like really make you want to buy them. So he's not a good person if you could just come to his it's like he's doing like a commercial for them, but like it takes my every ounce of will to not just pull the trigger and sell off one of my kidneys and buy some of these things.
It's cool. I mean, I remember the Rogue Trader days when it was like Little Lead and then
Yeah.
later Pewter Miniatures. It was kind of an obscure kind of niche thing. And now it's like there's novels, there's video games, there's, the new action figures. It's gotten huge. It's cool.
Bjorn, is that a link to Wraith Mace video? Oh my god, that awesome. Awesome.
He's
Thank
on
you
it.
so much, dude. Crash, what's happening, brother? 3D Joe's is awesome. Wave 2 has not been announced. Well, they're coming. Wave 1.5 is announced and in production. Wave 2 has not been revealed. So we know it's coming. It's in the works, and I don't know exactly when.
I think
The only
I
things
think it's
that
safe to
have been
say
announced.
yeah, in our private conversations with Steve and Ken, they have a plethora. I'm using big words today. Plethora of characters that they have developed. And it's just a matter of Steve, getting that down to a manageable number because he wants to do all of them. But it's like, okay, which ones are going to be in this wave? So that's where they are right now, is figuring out
Yeah,
which ones are going to be
Behind has been revealed, and the Wave 1.5, the Hailstorm
right.
units, they have been revealed. Everything else is kind of being worked on, but not out there yet. As soon as we hear something, you got to believe that I'm going to be all over that crap and spouting it every damn week.
Yep.
Right. Uh, Bjorn, you are the Link Master General. Dude, you're the best,
Indeed.
man.
We need to get him
You
a,
are the
a
best.
badge for his hat. It says Link Master.
Scotty, listen, Scotty, you win every time. Every time someone gives a
It's
membership, Scotty
rigged.
gets it.
It's totally rigged.
He's
Scotty's
always
got
getting
he's
them.
got something going there, like an algorithm. I don't know.
Yeah, he won the Spider-Man stuff. He's hacking my stream, dude. I don't know. I don't know what's up with him. He's even auctioning off these carded Power Commandos, which were like
Oh
a
wow.
kind of like a knockoff, but I think they used some of the molds from G.I. Joe or something, but they're really pricey on the secondary market.
Trippy. It's kind of like the was it Fun School ones from India? Some of those are kind
Yeah.
of spending now. Speaking
So then
of,
So
blast
here's
from the
some fun
past.
stuff. So we talked about this on the stream a couple weeks ago. I had this carded set from 2000 early 2000s. I think it was 2002 or 2003, and we got some wacky. Hey, Michael, how are you, dude? Yeah, Power Commanders are dope. So yeah, if you
Are
could,
they
guys,
as
if
dope
you
as I don't know if they're as dope as the core though. Embargo would know.
no, let me tell you something, man. Embargo, go check out his channel, Link Master General. Link Embargo's channel because
Oh
he's
yeah.
doing some of that O-ring core stuff that is, like I said, especially in the mid '90s when like GI Joe fell off and before like they came back up. I bought up a ton of that stuff,
Oh yeah.
man. Like it was
Leonard was doing
late
great stuff.
'90s all the way into the early 2000s. Speaking of Leonard, I later on in the show I had it planned to show, but apparently we're looking at a resurgence of Leonard the Core stuff.
Ooh.
That Leonard Alicious dude, he's like the Leonard fanboy guy that is always posting about Leonard stuff. Now, I know like a year ago he said that the Amazon page would be their new outlet to sell products. And it's been about a year. I reported on it on the show. And as of right now, there's still only like that one 12 pack of figures and like a bucket of smaller figures available. But he did show pictures on his Facebook saying that some of those new figures. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the modern construction Leonard decor. That O-ring
The
stuff,
vehicles, yes. Their
and
newer
they had
vehicle
some
designs, yeah,
dope
are really cool.
vehicles that were pretty good. You know what I mean?
We never saw
So
those in North America though, did we? Or were they
no,
any
well,
of them
in
released?
2001 or two, they had those Badlands vehicles, the big monster trucks, the Sky Knight, I think it was called. It was like a jet fighter mixed with like a um, P-51 Mustang, like World War II. It was like World War II meets like futuristic. I don't know, the time crisis or something
Yeah.
was going on,
I
but
saw
we
them
never got that
advertised,
stuff.
but yeah,
Yeah,
when I never heard of anybody actually physically getting them in a store.
but he
So
did say that the new things, and I saw a couple pictures, and it looks like it's a lot of just reissues of those same core figures, the new construction ones, um, and stuff. Yeah, they've been using this here. Embargo's got it. Thank you. You put it into better words than I could. The Modern Corp stuff has been using the same mold since 2003. I would like to see some more new stuff. Yeah, exactly. Because I think they were even using some static posed figures in the newer modern Leonard decor. Like some sets you get, there's a guy and he's just stuck in like one position. He doesn't even articulate at all.
hmm.
That O-ring stuff, though, man, I wish they would go back to making those because those were pretty freaking awesome. Um,
Oh yeah, I really liked
Listen,
the ones they did when they kind of went off and did the I can't remember what they called it. Was it Star Core? It was like their space
Star
line.
Core. They even did a Star Core. They did a guy. It was like a spaceman on a horse, which was the most wacky thing ever, but it was awesome.
Yep. And then they started doing like some Starship Trooper wannabes where they had like aliens versus, Space
That
Marine
was
kind of
yeah.
thing.
I
Those were
was thinking the
fun.
modern things. Those vehicles
Yeah.
are pretty neat. But yeah, Embargo has. He just posted something. He has a beautiful like mint on card and just all that classic the core stuff is just brilliant. I love it. Check it out. Robert's Infinite Realms. I've been meaning to check Embargo's new vid, but I've been a little busy. Listen, get your priorities straight, buddy. All right.
First world
I'm kidding.
problems. I don't know.
Yeah, one of those vehicles came to Chucky's, but someone bought it before you could send it to Will. Once again, get your priorities straight. I wouldn't even mind if you sent it to Embargo because he's the Leonard master. But you can't let these 2-bit hustlers off the street come in. We're your boys.
Ooh.
Oh
You weren't
man,
saying they've had a couple of the O-ring Lenards come in at his toy store there. That's cool.
yeah, cool. Space Cowboys, yeah, boy. The core in
What
space,
was
yes.
God, there was a cheesy like one season cartoon and it was like was it Galaxy
Galaxy
Rangers?
Rangers, Galaxy
That was
Rangers.
awesome.
They had
I would
they had horses.
yeah.
I had they had toys. I'm pretty sure, but I had a cap gun, a Galaxy Rangers cap gun, and it actually like used caps, I think, and shot little rubber bullets. It was so cool. I loved
Nice.
it. Oh, Andrew Davis downloading as we speak. Bang, bang, bang. What's up, Andrew? How's it going, brother? Galaxy Rangers had an awesome intro song. Yes.
That is true. That intro song, somebody uploaded it to YouTube. Just type in Galaxy Rangers intro. Listen to it. It's fun. It's like
Nice.
right up there with Transformers the movie kind of stuff as far as audio
Yeah.
delight.
So So speaking of like kind of weird, kind of out there things, GI Joe made like an O-ring resurgence in the early 2000s, and by like 2002 or three, they started going into a new construction, which people call the dark years. There were some strange choices, some odd-looking characters, some cool stuff, and definitely some really nice vehicles. But these were kind of this like in-between area where they weren't fully back and they hadn't like changed. So they did a lot of recolors, and they would do like recolors and reissues of mostly 90s Joes. Some of them were OG stuff, but they would package them differently and give them different thing.
Yeah,
I picked up a
they
lot of
went
this
through
stuff.
some weird years there. They were doing the big 1/6 scale Joes, but with modern characters from the Real American Hero line. Then they did Valor versus Venom, and this is part of GI Joe versus Cobra. Those were kind of around the same time. I get confused with that because
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, this
weird.
is kind of towards the end. And
Okay,
what's funny is like if you look on like I don't think 3D Joe's covers this late, but yojoe.com still covers into the 2000s. But you could see some waves, especially I think 2003, 2004, where they were still using O-rings, but then they were using these new construction where they were like a T crotch, a little bulkier, and they still had the same articulation for the most part. But they were mixed in there. Like the vehicle drivers were all O-ring, but like the figures on card were like this new construction. It was a very odd time, and you definitely get some cool stuff here. Some of these are underrated. Yeah, this set is a little wild. Yeah, so we're gonna
yeah,
take a look
the
at some of them.
figures are kind of interesting. There was a lot of reuse and reinterpretation, recolors. There's some gems in the vehicles, though. Chad's talked about them, and a few other folks, but I'm trying to
Yeah,
think.
that Dusty's not bad. I like him too. And what's funny is I got another video set because I don't have all of these, but I do have in addition to like this, which the box was shot in my I would have probably just sold this if I had it carded. Like the figures really I don't love any. I do. There's a couple I really like in here, but I probably would have just sold it. But the box was shot, so I figured I'd just open it up and we'd take a closer look at them.
So
I
we
do
had
have a
like
complete set
we had
of.
the box sets that were TRU exclusive. Were these like KB toy exclusives? Because I don't
This
remember
was
seeing this.
BJ's Wholesale Club. I think they also sold them
Okay,
at like Meyer or some other store. Um, I'm not sure what other stores had them, but I'm pretty sure I picked it up at BJ's, which I had a membership at the time. And it came with at the time a GI Joe comic book, which
nice,
was the issue one of the Image run. And
very cool.
if you've read the Image run and this comic, it doesn't have anything to do with this box set. It was probably just available at the time because like none of these characters or the colors that they chose or the sound attack weapons have anything to do with what's in the comics. So even the characters they chose are kind of odd. So we're going to go into it a little bit, and here it is. It's all set up. I've got it right over here too. So I was going to actually say, do you guys? I took some close-up pictures just in case my backup, my toy cam wasn't working great. But would you rather discuss them like this? Because I was thinking we could rank them because there's some I like, some I don't. What it's up to you guys. I could always go over to it. And we could, if you like a figure, let me know. We could go over to it and take a look.
Well,
But
let's go through
um,
the pictures you took, and then we can
yeah,
kind of go more into them figure by figure, if that figures.
um,
Go figure.
yeah, Richard, you're correct. There were some
Oh
renames due to
yeah.
like trademark issues, and I think some shenanigans on the file cards as well. Um, and in some of those cases, yeah, maybe Costco also carried them, and I'm
Okay.
not sure, but they're floating around out there. But when I looked at this set initially, one, I'll tell you, just the sound attack stuff sucks. I think it's stupid, but it was basically like the tech chips from like Star Wars Episode One, where you
Oh.
inserted there's like a you'll see it. There's like I'll just pull one over here because there's like a big goofy tab on the weapon. Let me just
Oh, it's
hold
on the
that up so
weapon.
you can see.
Okay, so it's not on
It's
like
on
the
the
figure stand.
no, you see the weapon has the stupid chip inserted into it. So like in this one, This is like a sniper rifle. So the
Let me
gun
blow
just
that
has
up,
this
Will. Yeah,
huge.
that is goofy.
Look at that thing. On some of the guns, it makes it like unusable. Like, for example, here's Firefly with his, and Firefly
Wow.
always had that really cool submachine gun with the little arm thing. Now you got a comm chip sticking out the side of it, so it just ruins it. It's just like terrible.
That was a
I don't.
really weird choice.
Yeah. So
Now,
the
did they come with
sounded
the
pack.
figure stands?
No, it did not come with
Okay.
figure stands. That's one another knock on this, that I had to take a bunch of my figures off of their stands to get this up here. So here's the Cobra team, and so where the red. Yeah, that's right. Um, so they went with the red theme, which is kind of cool. I could get behind a red theme, Cobra unit, right?
Yeah.
On some of these recolors. And we'll see here. This guy, I believe he is Undertow, which maybe I should pull up 3D Joe so we can see some of the original guys here.
That's an idea.
Because like some of these guys, like when you look at like where they came from versus where they wound up. um, this one is 90s Undertow. Let's see here.
So
Okay.
rumor has it they went to the red because then you don't see the blood on the uniform. But that begs the question: the guys wearing the brown pants. What's that about?
Yeah. So I could show this too. So we have Undertow here. He's all red. Actually, actually, if we look at 3D Joe's at Undertow, he did have red. So he had. Are we seeing that? Yeah, that's the
We
original
are.
Undertow. And you could see that he had the little breathing mask, the hose. He still has the hole in his chest on this one. So we could go over here real quick and let me just pull this up to, I have to get rid of that. So it came with that cool trident or spear. And so these were Cobra, they had the eels, and then Undertow was another diver, which is cool. You can
Right.
never have
Okay.
too many of these two.
So Robert's saying that this was part of the Iron Grenadiers sub team.
Oh,
So maybe that's
nice,
why he had
nice.
kind of a different look from the Cobra Eel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this
Interesting.
version of him is not entirely terrible. And let me just pick him up here. So I could just show, because I have his gun kind of off to the side. You could see that he still has the hole in his chest. And they
Oh,
gave
for
him this
the
backpack.
for the scuba stuff. So now he's a
Yeah, they
ninja and
didn't
not a
give him any
scuba guy.
scuba stuff though. So this actually is a scuba guy. He's all right. The red is probably not the best color choice, I guess, but it's a theme, so he's not bad. I like him. He's the same mold, it looks like, so nothing's changed there. I will say, I've also heard a rumor about like this era of GI Joe that the plastic is no good and the figures are weak. I'll say these O-rings, which are 20 something years old now, um, it's hit or miss. Some of the figures are a little looser than others, but he's okay. But it's got gray highlights, red, all the details there. The plastic feels fine. The joints
Do they
feel
still
fine.
have the swivel arm battle grip
Yeah,
hammer deal?
yeah. His
Okay.
swivel arm's fine. He came with, the one gun that I had in his hands. They also all came with a lot of weapons, but he also came with, which is really funny, a chainsaw, which is Buzzard's chainsaw with a sound chip on the side.
Either they have
And
like a really weird bullpen at Hasbro at that point where everybody was enjoying some recreational pharmaceuticals, or they just had like a dart board and they're just throwing darts in. Yeah,
and
we'll pick that figure, that gun.
yeah,
Yeah, totally random.
and then this gun, and I would have loved if he had come with some of the scuba gear, that would have made him a better figure, like, for that thing, for that very purpose.
That's a
It's a
good
little
point,
softer, but
Robert.
it's not a bad thing. Avoids thumb breakage. Okay, yeah, so I really haven't felt that, but it didn't feel cheap like a knockoff or like, you know, yeah, but it's not like people have said that they just crumble. And even when I was at Joe Fest, I had some of the Toys R Us exclusive 3 packs, and someone told me um, he didn't want to buy it for the price I had because he's like, those just crumble apart, they fall apart. So I opened them up and I was like, they feel fine to me. They're not like, I don't know, scuba stuff would have, yeah. It's just so funny they didn't come with that because he was also released in 2000 and had all the scuba stuff. Yeah, and that 2001 is actually a nice version of him.
Which one is the scuba guy that had like the robot shark that you picked up? The one that was on Neon
Oh,
at
that
night.
one was that Eels version 2? What was it?
I don't know. If this guy had come with a Robo Shark, that would have been a bonus. Everybody needs a freaking laser beam Robo Shark.
Yeah, I think it was 93. No, maybe it was it
Uh
Eel?
oh.
I thought it was an
Did we
Eel
did we
version
say scuba 3 times?
2. Hey,
Beetlejuice,
scuba stuff, you
Beetlejuice.
say. I gotta love it. Yeah, if you say, I think it was Eel version 2 came with the shark. I'm looking at it right now.
Ah,
And
eel
I
version
did see
two,
that
according to the scuba, and he would know. Very cool.
it was Eel version 2, and he is glorious. He comes with a robot shark, and
That one,
is your steam
yes, I love
racer.
that one.
Yes.
So
I
goofy.
saw this on. I did not know anything about it. That's why a lot of these like 2000 sets are cool to me because I didn't have the originals in the late 90s or early 90s. So it was like my first time seeing them when I picked these up in the stores. But yeah, I saw this on Chad's stream and bought it on eBay as I was watching him, and it had the shark, but no missile. But shark's still cool as hell. But
And not
yeah, you
just
can't have too
a
many of them.
shark companion that shoots missiles, but he's also a backpack. I mean, how cool is
Yes,
that?
it's fantastic. And that's one of the things I'm going to bring up that I don't like about another scuba related character we're going to see a little further on.
Okay.
So yeah, so okay, so Undertow,
What
solid
before we
figure.
leave
He's
the
okay.
robotic aquatics, wasn't there one that came with a barracuda or something like that? That rings a bell. I don't remember all the
Yeah,
animal companions, but I think there was. We'll look into that.
there was one.
Barracuda.
I
Dun, 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 dun. Good song.
I don't know. Maybe
I
it was
don't.
Eel version 3. Someone's going to let us know. Undertow version 1 came with a barracuda. Aha.
There it is.
Aha.
I knew there was a
Thank
barracuda
you.
in the line.
Barracuda. So hey, not a bad figure. Um, bad accessories. Sound attack sucks. We're gonna see that throughout this whole little theme.
Yeah.
But
The,
all
the
in
red
all,
and yeah, the red and gray is cool. I like that theme.
I don't
Kind of
hate
red
them.
shadows ish.
Yeah, let's get on to this one here because I got problems here.
Who's that
Now
supposed to be?
this is
I don't
Firefly,
recognize it.
but this looks like Firefly. It reminds me of those pajamas, those long johns you used to see on cartoons when we were kids.
Does he
That's
have the
all I could
flap in
think
the back
about
for easy access?
is that someone woke Firefly up in the middle of the night in his tent, and he comes running out in his long johns.
Just throws on his belt and his gear. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just threw on his belt because it's the same sculpt as Firefly, which is one of my favorite characters. And
How do you go
there
from
were
the gray urban camo to long john pajamas? That's
well,
no.
that's the thing
That's
too. So
no.
there you go, Jeff. Why is his head brown, and why are his
Hmm.
boots gold? So okay, I could dig the red with blue accents, like kind of color scheme, but why would he have a brown mask? Like, I don't know.
I
There's
don't
a
get the brown mask.
so his head's
I'm
camouflage. So people are like, "Oh no, don't worry, that's just a beheaded figure moving through the forest." I don't know.
I'm sure
Uh,
there's an off-color joke in there, but I'm not going there today. I do like, yes, the Spider-Man
Spider-Man
pajamas.
PJs.
You'll
So
put
I
on the
like
soft
the other
music.
one.
I'll put on my Spider-Man pajamas, and we'll do things I'm
Yeah.
going to tell my friends we
So
did anyway.
And like original Firefly was like the gray urban camo, right?
Yeah.
Um, in 97 or 98, they came out with one. He was like an Arctic version, which I thought was pretty cool. He's like he came with a snow serpent and like another guy, right? I think that's neat. Sleep mask he has that. Yeah.
Poor
And
guy.
then I think in 2000 or yeah, I think it was in 2000 they came out with another one and he had like kind of a more woodland camo appearance, which is
I
cool.
think
You'd
that's the
think
one
Firefly
Robert's
would
talking
have
about.
different suits for his, yeah, there's a green variant, or even an all black. I mean, Firefly would get down with different uniforms based on it. What is that they're all red? Like that's a theme for all the Cobra troopers, but this one just doesn't hit for me, man. It's like they had a really good figure, a really good character. You could kind of dress Firefly up in any camo pattern and he would look
I
cool.
wonder if he showed up late for work that day and he just got whatever was left over in the barracks. He's like, here, put this on. It's like, oh man.
I still can't get that. Like I said, to me, it's like the and then of course the sound attack weapon,
Ugh.
which ruins that thing. He didn't come with a backpack. Um, he comes with a pistol and then one other rifle, which I think fell off here. Um, which isn't bad,
He's
but
almost with those
once
gold
again,
boots and the brown mask. He's like one or two accessories away from being a lucha
yeah,
libre.
the gloves and the boots match, but then the the mask is just out there. I just don't get it. It's so weird. Such a weird uh thing.
Oh,
So
Robert saying this actual pack there was a variant for that where one had a kind of a greenish color. And for the green, the
oh
brown mask would make sense. Maybe that's why it was like
oh
that. Okay.
okay. So there was a green. All right. So I mean, he's probably one of, as far as like where he came from to where he's gone, like um I would say this version, whereas like the undertow, I think the red version doesn't, the accessories detract from it, but the color scheme doesn't really hurt the figure, right? Um, in
Yeah.
this case, everything about this,
You have offended my eyes, sir. I cannot unsee this
yes,
figure.
I I don't think that when we look at original Firefly, right?
A classic, yeah.
Yeah, just a clap. That backpack is, I would, if he came with that awesome backpack, that submachine gun with that little arm thing and the phone. Who dis? Firefly. New costume. Um, this really doesn't do it justice at all. Logic Blaster, how's it going? How are you?
Maybe, World Made of Cardboard's got a point. He was an MST 3K fan. He's
Oh,
digging the girl with the golden
maybe,
boots.
maybe. Okay. I don't know if this is the worst Firefly. It might be. It might be the worst
Not the
Firefly.
one on screen. We love that one, but the one in the
No,
set. Yeah.
this one is the best. My favorite. He was always my man. Like I love Firefly, but this, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Gaz, how are you,
There he
buddy?
is. Hey, buddy.
Deeds, not words. All right. So yeah, this is now
Now
this
this one should have
character
got
is
the gold
called,
boots,
exactly. He's called
right?
Fast Blast Viper. Fast Blast Viper. I don't
That
think I'm gonna see him here.
I was going to say that
I'm
sounds
gonna
like an ailment that comes from too much Taco Bell. I'm just saying.
Fast Blast Viper. Oh man,
Oh,
he
Fast Blast. I
is.
thought you said something else. Never mind.
Yeah. So once again, he matches the color stream, right?
Yeah.
So, but they give him gold accents. His gold is a lot brighter. And if we look at the first version of him, which I don't think he came out in 2001, And the weird thing about him was he some of his parts were from the original Heat Viper, which had,
Okay.
if you see on his legs, he has some little doodads there, and you used to be able to put
Doodad.
missiles on
Okay.
those little. So Heat Viper had some missile launchers, and he had little things on his legs that you could hook the missiles onto,
I
which
wasn't
is
going
weird.
there, Jeff, but you went there.
He comes with this really, that's a knife. Look at that knife he comes with, right? Look at that. He comes with
It's
this
impressive.
sword-like knife, a cool pistol.
He's
His
he's
crappy,
overcompensating.
yes, his crappy sound attack weapon is humongous. Now, this is getting into the realm of Chatmay,
Oh,
where they give you a weapon that can never fit on the character. This is, look, it's the size of the character. It's gigantic. It's like, how could he
coming
carry
soon
this?
from Remco, the Ass Blaster 9000.
Look at this thing. He like falls over if you put it on him. So Fast
That's
Blast
goofy.
Viper. Um,
That's a
all in
custom
all, I
coming
like the
soon, I'm sure.
character. I think he looks pretty cool. I like the red and gold. I think he would look cool with the crimson guard, or like even with a
Woo!
hey
Fantasia's
Fantasia,
here.
welcome.
And yes, we are live, I think.
Um, if you notice, he has the same head as Undertow.
Right. Embargo was pointing that out.
Yeah, they're just painted slightly different.
It's a good head sculpt.
So
Works with the theme, yeah.
yeah, I would throw a different head on this Firefly, and I think make him a better character. Like, grab something else, or even just paint the mask red. I don't know. I don't know. Do something with them. But
It's like pick a theme, guys. It's like okay, we're doing the red. We'll do red and gray, or do red and gold with some black accents. But they're all over the board here. I don't know what's happening.
guys, let's take a
Cats and
closer look at
dogs
this.
living
Yeah,
together.
it is. It's a mega ice scraper. It's I guess, a bayonet on there. Let me just bring it up over here. And of course, the stupid sound attack chip. So who wants this thing? You know what I
Does
mean?
it
Like,
does it actually give the sounds? Do you have the sound maker
I don't
thingy, the
have
dog?
anything that does that. No, unfortunately, I don't have a sound attack.
Is it as
What's the
cheesy as the
vehicles?
Dino Copter sound attack kind of thing?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think, maybe it was the vehicles. You plugged it into like a port on the vehicles, and it made the noises. I never actually tried it because you know. Hey,
Yeah.
Brian, how are you?
Yeah, there's never much
Yeah.
into the gimmick stuff. It's like just give me a
So
cool figure.
Argo had these. Yeah, he said they didn't sound great. I
Yeah,
was wondering, like, does the chainsaw sound like a chainsaw? Was it, or does it just? Do they all just go da 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 da?
probably like the 8-bit music from the old video games or something.
Yeah, or like this. I don't. The Star Wars Episode One things. I don't remember ever using the com checks chips and actually listening
Except for
to
using them as
anything.
figure stands, that was about it. Yeah.
Oh, on the top of the rifle. That's the sound attack chip. Yeah, the sound chip. Um, yeah, I'm sure the batteries ran out. Yeah, it probably didn't sound great. So right now, I think Fast Blast and Undertow are decent for the Cobra team. So we got two decent characters, one kind of a dud, and then we're going to take a look now at um, Storm Shadow. I bet you didn't know that. I didn't tell you it was Storm Shadow. This is based on the Ninja Force Storm Shadow that came out in the 90s. And yeah, that's
it's
him.
it's like he's standing there. It's like that silent cry for help. It's like I don't really want to be here.
That's Storm Shadow. I believe that was. Let me go back here so we could take a look at. Uh, so we had Storm Shadow version 1, the Cobra Ninja. Let's go take a look and just see where we started to where we wound up here. Let's see, Storm Shadow version 1. iconic character. When this came out when I was a kid, oh, he
Super
was
cool.
like probably one of the first characters that was like a chase for me and my friends, where like I found one and I hid it like in Kmart because I didn't have money for it. So I threw it up above like the overstock shelf, and then I went back with my dad later, and I was like, "It's up there," and he pulled it off the overstock, and we got it. It was like the first time we ever like the first time I saw this, I was like, I need one of those, like I really had to have it. And then let's go ahead and take a look at Storm Shadow version 2, right?
Was 2 the one that had
Okay.
kind of like the camo? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, he
That
had this
one's cool
camo
too.
and he had that
Yeah,
that claw accessory was probably like, come on,
it's
wasn't that
trippy.
one of the coolest accessories? That was so awesome. So awesome. Um, I did not like him. I liked his accessories, but I did not like him as much as I liked version 1. And then we had
I don't know. I'm partial
um
because this is when he was kind of like in that in between thing where he's not
so
really
he
a bad
joined
guy, but he's
GI
not really a
Joe.
good guy. Yeah, he's kind of like
Yeah.
I like that. Maybe it's because I like that era of the character. I'm kind of partial to that version.
So here's the Ninja Force one. This is like a okay, wait, this is Shadow Ninjas. I think we have one. There's one more version here, version 3. I skipped. Okay,
Okay,
I remember
yeah,
this
I don't
one.
like that one.
Yeah, and that's what this one's based off of. Now the accessories are cool. I don't hate the paint job, but these all had like that ninja kick
Right,
feature, so they were also fused. They didn't have a screw in the back, so changing the O-ring was annoying on them, right? So you think they would have fixed that because they don't have the annoying things in the back anymore, right? There's no inside stuff, so there's no kick feature or spin or
right,
anything. But nope, still smooth back. They still glued them together because it wasn't in the mold, I guess. So there's
right.
no like internal guts that the spring-loaded features. So then he comes with a crossbow, a silent weapon
With a sound chip. Yeah, I see the
with a
irony.
sound chip. You see where I'm going here? And it comes with this very easy to lose arrow. Can you even see it? There it
I
is.
can now. Yep,
Yeah.
that's a cool arrow,
So
but yeah.
that rests right on the top of the crossbow.
Unfortunately,
So then,
crossbows don't shoot arrows; they shoot bolts. But
oh
whatever.
well, bolt. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Actually,
Uh, actually, uh, what is the sound though? You plug that into a vehicle and it goes whip,
thunk, thwip. Yeah.
whip. He also comes with a machine gun. So yeah, very ninja-like. Um, yeah. So that that is you dig version
No,
3, the translucent one. If the O-ring could be easily replaced, it would be great. Yeah. Um, that would be like something to do, because those were like sonic welded, I guess. So you have to like boil and pop them, and like boiling and popping them could be yeah. So I would actually, I'm gonna find a sound attack vehicle now, cheap, and buy one because I really have to know what the sound chip for the ninja, the ninja crossbow is. Whoosh,
it's like
whoosh,
yeah, ninjas are supposed to be silent. I'm with Scotty on that one. It's like, why do
whoosh.
you have a sound chip with a ninja?
Someone just took like a stick and they whipped it in the air. Twang, twang, twang.
Oh, here you go. You get the Rick roll. Da-da-da.
You get Rick rolled. I guess I should have got a vehicle over here so we could listen to these sound effects. So I guess we're not doing great. So as a version of Storm Shadow, a red ninja isn't a bad thing necessarily. There are red ninjas. The hand ninjas were red, right?
Yep.
It's a red Cobra Strike team. I don't think it's like terrible. The brown mask makes no sense. Why? I wouldn't even mind an all brown forest um, Firefly. Actually, that's probably the move. You take that Firefly, you don't paint his head, you paint the body to try and match, like make him a brown woodland camo. Firefly. I think that might be cool.
But keep the gold boots because they're fabulous.
Yes, just keep the gold boots. So yeah, there's Stormy. I like him. I think he's. I would say I I like the Troop Builders, the Undertow, and the Fast Blast. Although Fast Blast version 1, I'm sorry I didn't show this, but he's a pretty cool looking figure. Let me just pull him up real quick. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Share screen. We're gonna go over here to
Yeah,
Yo Joe.
woodland camo ninjas. Those would be fun.
So can you
Andrew
see
saying,
that?
yeah, you did squirrel away some cool stuff from your KB days.
Yeah. So and he did come with the missiles that clip onto his legs. So he was pretty much a that was Fast Blast because his first version was 2001, and he was
I'm
made
sorry.
part
You
from.
can't keep saying that name, or I'm going to start making juvenile comments.
Well, his chest, arms, and legs were originally used to create the Heat Viper, and his head was from Undertow. So yeah, he's not bad though. That black and
Yeah.
silver version, and he came with the correct accessories, so it made sense. But this version, once again,
No.
I'd say 50-50 split. Two, one really bad, and a couple of okay ones. Yeah, a woodland camo ninja. Yeah, that'd be cool. Um, there's an okay version of the hiss. Oh, the sound attack hiss might be a good one to pick up. Yeah.
And so these sound chips might
Why
work
hold
with
back
metal.
juvenile comments? Yeah. Why? So let's take a look at the
Good
Joe
point.
team.
I was
Which
gonna say we've beat up the red flannel pajamas enough. Were there some cool color schemes on the Joe side at least?
yeah, so the Joe side, they look like black is their main kind of color scheme there, right? Which isn't bad for Joe Ops. Here's
Yeah, I like
here's
that one.
this is not bad at all, but here's where so on the surface, figure looks good,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't come with wetsuit came with some of the coolest accessories. He had that little water wing, the little water jet, and the flippers were fantastic. And here we have. Let me get rid of this. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, here we have a solid version of wetsuit. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, the black and the blue look nice together. He's
good color
sculpted
scheme.
well, same. This gun, I don't know if that came with the original wetsuit. I think it did, right? Was that
I
his
don't
original one of his original weapons?
I don't remember.
Not
I thought he
sure.
came with a what do you call it? A spear gun.
Yeah, he did, right? And so he comes with this, and he comes with this really, kind of generic backpack. I think this is like the same one that came with the Vipers, right? And here's the fun part. It doesn't fit in his back. I can't put it
It
in.
was totally meant for a different body. Got it.
Yeah, it doesn't
Ugh.
go in his back, and I don't want to force it. But so that's fun.
So
And
we've
I
got
think
two scuba guys, one on the Cobra team and one on the Joe team, and they don't come with any of their scuba accessories.
no. And then he comes with this cool looking Uzi, right?
With the
Wrong.
sound chip. Wah, wah.
The sound chip that's bigger than the
So wrong.
than the weapon itself. So what were they thinking? He's packaged with that backpack that doesn't fit. Oh, I'm sorry. He had the big sniper rifle sound thing. I pulled it away because I was showing. So yeah, scuba guy with a giant sniper rifle with a sound chip on top. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know, right? Let's see. Do you see anybody? I mean, like I said, I think some of these are, like you from Chatmay when you get like a sprue figures and some of their guns are bigger than the guys themselves, But um, you know what? Scotty's got a good point. He could use the sound chip like a paddle to row his
Yeah.
boat. So,
Since he doesn't even come with fins. I mean, come on.
Is that Q design underwater gun that should have been in Thunderball? Oh,
Oh,
nice.
I don't even think Q would put his name on something like this. This is a little goofy.
Yeah, those chips didn't last. Hey, I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but if they had like put like maybe the sound effects in something else, I don't, you know, maybe in the backpacks or something. I don't know. Chip looks at a fish farm.
The new
Yeah,
Ninja
let's.
Force from Cobra, the Fish Fart 5.
Yeah, sometimes the Chatmate figures, the weapons don't even fit the scale. Sometimes they're like this big, and
Totally.
the figure's this big. Yeah. Uh, so I like them. Accessories, character, you know, 10. Accessories, 0. Here's Roadblock, which is a repaint of the original Roadblock. Let's take a closer look at him because this one is a doozy. When we were just talking about, these these accessories. Look at this gun they gave Roadblock. Here's poor Roadblock, and if you look closely there, you can see that Roadblock had like a sleeveless shirt, right? The original one, and they just painted it all blue, and the blues like don't even match. So it's kind of weird, right? So they gave him like long johns. They gave him this Uzi. He's Roadblock. They gave him a backpack that does fit his back. His pants have this really weird swirly thing where they were running out of colored plastic in the factory, and they said just throw whatever in there.
So they were trying to come
But
up with like a camo pattern, and
I
that's what
guess, yeah, but you could
it's
see
weird.
where like even where like the split the seam and his leg upper thigh there
It looks like
like
they were
really
making
shows.
taffy or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's a really weird color. So poor Roadblock, man. I feel
Yeah,
bad for him.
marble
It's
camo.
marble camo. And then look at this freaking gun. I mean, it's a sound attack gun. Was this a weapon that was ever issued with G.I. Joe before? Did they
Holy
design
cow!
it?
It looks
Look
like a
at him.
vehicle-sized weapon.
What the hell? Man, I know I'm a heavy gunner, but this is a little ridiculous, man. Like, what did they do to him? Poor
That's
guy.
why you wear the brown pants, Scuba.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm like, poor
Is
Roadblock.
that a
What
Saw Viper heavy weapon?
is that, the Saw Viper weapon? And then with the
I
added
don't know.
chip on it. Ah,
Okay,
okay.
yeah,
All right.
strange.
Gotcha. That is a big
Yeah.
boy. That is a big boy, man. I'm just curious yeah. So I don't think they did. I'm not saying that's the worst Roadblock ever, but like we didn't really do him any favors there, right?
Oh, I did not know that. I do know that some of the earlier molds they would do them a larger size and then scale them down for production. So apparently that's what kind of happened with that. The gun was molded and then wasn't scaled back down downsized to proper figure size. That makes sense because it is too big.
Oh, I was trying to pull up the Saw Viper, but I don't see him here. Why don't I see
I'm not
him?
sure which wave he was.
Oh, I just wanted to see the weapon in like the Saw Viper's hand. So Heat Viper, Rock Viper, Secto Viper, Star Viper, Arrow. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a page 2. Frag Viper, Saw Viper. Here we go. Okay, let's take a look here because I want to see this gun.
1990.
I want to see this. Oh, you know what? It is enormous. Look at that freaking thing.
Wow.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, even the original Saw Viper, that's him holding it. He can't hold that correctly. Look at that thing. Look at that. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's a position. Look at that. Uh, yeah. Okay. That's a real thing. Got it.
So this is Marble Camo Road Viper.
Yeah, this is marble camel. So yeah, I mean the marble stuff isn't that bad, but it really makes the seam on his pants like stand out.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
a
an
bad idea.
interesting idea. And we've seen kind of the swirly thing with like some of the Marvel Legends when they try to do a metallic, they put like a metallic swirly. Maybe this is where they got the idea. I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting concept. It just didn't quite pan out.
Saw Viper is a bad guy. He killed Doc, right? And Footloose and some of the other guys. Shot him dead in a pit like dogs. Terrible guy. Joe, you're the best. Um, yeah. I don't love this. So far, like I said, out of 8 figures, 8 characters, I like two of these. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. I like this dial tone though. I will tell you, I like dial tone. Um, I don't know if you saw my Instagram post. I think he
I
looks like
did.
Jack Flack. His name is Jack on his file card. So
A little bit.
um, this dial tone is pretty cool.
Whoops.
I did
Wrong
just get
picture.
this
That one.
was yeah, that's a different color. So he's the communication guy. This
I
was
would
the
have to say this is my favorite out of this bunch. Let me blow you up here
this
so
is
we can
the
take a
new
look at
one.
him.
This is a V2 um, dial tone that I just got separately. It had nothing to do with anything, but he's just got the gray and black and blue. I think it's a really nice color scheme for him. He's my Jack Flack stand-in, even though I don't have like the cool super collared vest or like jacket. He wore like a leather jacket with these like really ridiculously angled collars. I don't remember the movie, but yeah, he's a cool figure. I like him. Let's go here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up and we can take a look. But yeah, he's molded off the original. Here's something interesting though. This version of Dial Tone, and I don't know if this was on any other ones. His grenades here in this belt are a separate piece. That's a rubber. You
Overlay.
didn't see that on
Okay.
GI Joe figures too much. Yeah, that's
No.
like a little strap. Like it straps onto his back, and it's got the grenades and stuff. He comes with that nice gun. He's got green, black with his little metallic highlights. He's not a bad looking figure at all.
No, I like that one.
One thing you'll note is that the straps crisscross across his back here, which kind of just how these weren't really well thought out because he comes with not his communications backpack like he should. And you'll forgive me, his O-ring, he's one of the ones where his O-ring's a little loose. So he's like a little wobbly of all the figures. He came with this really big backpack, but it's kind of hard to put on his back because he's got those straps crisscrossed. So you can't, I guess you could force it
Oh,
on there.
he did come with one of the All Striker editions. I forgot about that. That may be the same
The
dial
same
tone.
year. The same
Yeah.
year as this set, he also came with he was the vehicle driver for the Ostriker. So this version you could pick him up, but I kind of like him. He's probably my favorite figure out of this whole set. Is this version of Dial Tone?
Yeah, this is a sad state of affairs. That this set that we're lampooning today is somebody's trying to sell on eBay right now for $200. Minty.
Well,
and
I think
back
because there
title.
just wasn't as many of these made as there were of the stuff in the 80s and 90s. So the numbers of the production numbers on these are probably way down. And someone's listing these on, someone listed these on eBay, right? But are they people buying them?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the difference,
I guess
so
if you're a completist and need everything ever made by Joe, including the shampoo and the bubble gum, yeah, maybe, but I don't know.
yeah, I gotta tell you, if the package wasn't ruined, I probably would have.
He's got so many accessories. He's style tone.
Style tone. Actually, I like the idea of style tone. I think that's a really good idea. I think
Get
we
him
should work
together
on that.
with the guy with the gold boots. They're hitting the runway.
Yeah, I definitely think we should make a style tone figure,
I'm
man.
too sexy for my boots.
That would be fantastic. So yeah, I'm saying this guy's a winner, man. But yeah, if it wasn't for that
Yes,
packaging being all beaten up, I probably would have just sold this off because, like I said, um, I can
you would
pick
have
up a couple.
derived us of an hour of mirth and merriment for money.
And then here's the final figure. We've got Snake Eyes, and this is just a recolor of Snake Eyes version 3. Snake Eyes version 3 was not my least favorite.
I
I
was there
like him.
for him until I noticed the great big GI Joe strapped logo on the leg. It's
Yes.
like
Okay.
I'm a ninja,
Okay.
but I want you to know who I work for. Just
Yeah, I
trademark.
don't like that. They started doing that in I think the 2000s. There's several figures with the GI Joe logo on their pants. They have they're trying to sell merch, I guess. Style Tone is Pimp Daddy Destro's pal. Dude, that is a good
I'm
idea,
seeing
Fantasia.
I'm
I
seeing
apologize.
a custom team. Our fish fart force of Pimp Daddy Destro, Style Tone,
And they're
Gold
just
Boot,
roasting people on the
Firefly.
red carpet. They could have like these Hollywood events. They just roast people on the red carpet.
It's like you can't
Ugh.
wear white after Labor Day. Whatever.
Wait,
Oh
he's
yeah,
in GI
yeah.
Scoop. Scoop. Wait, he's in GI Joe.
Oh,
He's GI.
who knew?
Who knew?
Yeah, it's
So,
a covert team, except for all the advertising. Promo.
so here we go with Snake Eyes. Let me just show you his accessories because I would say the accessories are the worst point of this entire set.
Oh yeah. As far as
Because
fashion
he came.
disasters, Doctor Mindbender needs to be on that team as well. I agree.
Oh, of course, yeah, he could be Doctor something else Bender.
Oh, he'd go with the fast blaster. Yeah.
Yeah, fast Bender.
Careful now.
Uh,
That is almost like Teenage Mutant Ninja size.
yeah, so you get the things. He gets a cool rifle. He also came with. Oh, I believe he came with the Sound Attack Uzi. That was Snake Eyes. Came with the what looks like an ordinary Uzi.
But
Wrong.
then it's,
Yeah.
yep.
Um,
Oof.
I don't know. I don't hate him. I don't love him. I don't think the gold makes sense. Like
My mom got me this new jumpsuit for school. It's got the GI Joe logo, and I got my yellow lunch pail and my backpack. I'm ready. My trapper
I
keeper.
kind of feel like if they went all gold with the accents, like gold goggles, gold blades, right across, it would make more. It would look better, and lose the GI Joe, he wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you know what would
I
have
never
looked
did like
better?
that with the molded, knives across the chest.
Yeah,
That wasn't my favorite
if they
Snake Eyes
color
version.
matched this, like the metallic on Dial Tone's boots and knee pads.
Oh, yeah. If you just went with straight black and the metallic
Yeah,
blue,
like
that'd be kind
black
of a
and
cool.
that would
Yeah.
be cool. Like his goggles and his accents were like that color or something. That would look cool. Once again,
Yeah.
they don't really. So they're supposed to be a team. You got the Sound Attack playset, 4 and 4, right? And even when we look at the red on the Cobra team, the red carries through with all of them, but they all have different accent colors: gold on some, gray, blue, and then brown or black. Red and black straight across on all of these figures would have looked nice, I think. And
Yeah. It's
then
like pick a
black
theme.
and like yeah, black and even that blue color on wetsuit would have looked nice on all of these. Um, so I mean, it's a miss for me. I think some of these guys might work well with Dark Shadows, but
We've gone from watching and appreciating toys to what not to wear.
yeah, actually, Doctor Pimp Daddy Destro and Style Tone are roasting this set. These guys.
That's right. They'll be in the
I
comments soon,
should
I'm
get
sure.
these guys on a runway and just have a conveyor belt runway and have them just walk down. And we just roast them.
Ugh.
You could do it with like all the '90s Joe. I mean, you could probably do it with every year of Joe. We could just roast every year for their.
Yeah, these and some of the neon ones, you could definitely do some runway model action for sure.
Yeah. Uh, yes, I did buy these 20 years ago because I was starved for GI Joes, and I told you I picked up a lot of these sets for my kids. And they
Yeah,
never liked them, and they
I
never
think
got
that's the
into them. So
reason some people got into classified. They were just like so
yeah,
starved for something GI Joe, and then they got those gold lame, ionic hair dryer season one
yeah.
ones that were kind of Fortnite light.
So
They
that
did get a
is
little. They have gotten better, but
that is it for my my GI Joe sound attack place multi pack there. What do we think, guys? I mean, you know,
I
I'd
think
say if it wasn't,
style tone was the one standout, other than
yeah,
the Ass Blaster
yeah, he was pretty good.
9000 and
I
the
like
fish
Dial
floats.
Tone. I like the two little troop builder guys. They're not bad, and Wetsuit's pretty sweet too. I'd keep those two. So I'd say it was like a
Roadblock looks
half and
like
half.
he needs to hit the gym. That mold, the head looks too big for the body. I liked him when he had the beefier body, but yeah,
Yeah, and I think it could be the paint, the way they just painted him, his like his shirt blue, his arms blue. You could see the line of his cut off shirt that he used to have. But yeah, it would have been curiosity of toy history. It would have been a top level set had. Yeah, it really
I
does
think
kind of.
I think even Leonard had better color combos though. I mean,
Yeah.
this was not a good look at all.
Well, guys, as a we need a palette cleanser from this. So let's take this down because the next thing I've got is actually really freaking cool. And I wasn't sure how this was gonna go, but let's get into these things, man, because they are this is so much better than I thought it was gonna be. I'm so happy. These are great. So I'm gonna rotate. Let me get some of these guys out
Ugh,
here.
we love you, Jesse.
What do you say? Feels judged. So,
I have
oh
that
boy.
version one Scarlet. I do of all the Snake Eyes horrible movie figures, the Scarlet was actually the better one. I think she that figure was good. Of that was about the only good thing out of that movie or the figures. But yeah, the version one Scarlet wasn't terrible. Just wasn't great.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. I'm going to go check on the doggos because they're yelling at something while you get ready to
Oh, go
search
ahead.
for
Yeah.
the Eye of Sauron. Or do
Can
you
you
get
still
a?
hear me?
I can,
Okay.
unfortunately.
My headphones made some weird noise again, so I wasn't sure.
Was it the headphones or was it the voice in your head that keeps telling you to?
Possibly either one, but yeah, go ahead. Check on the dogs, and
All
we're
right.
going to talk Miniverse for a minute here.
I
So yeah, I have seen some of the furniture from Miniverse. I think we saw some of the products. They had like the little mini brands. Yeah, little products. Some of them like are more of a 1/18 scale. Some of them are a little bit bigger, and they kind of skirt that line, where it depends on what you're doing. Like they're too small for 112. They're kind of a little too big for 118, but they work in a pinch. Yeah. So okay. So they got the Make It Mini stuff, and I saw a couple videos on YouTube, but no one's really concerned with whether or not these scale with 118, like I am. So it was hard to tell from the videos because I gotta tell you, there's a lot of like women were doing the videos on YouTube and on Instagram, and I see a lot of dudes playing with these. So um, a lot of buzz on these. They're sold out everywhere I looked. And I was like, I got to get my hands on one. So finally, Amazon had them last week, and I ordered a couple sets. One thing I don't like about this is that these are blind box. These are sold, um, blind bags, so you don't know which ones you're getting. There's like 15 to collect, so you could wind up with doubles, which I think is a really crappy business model. But they're about $10 each. And I'm looking at the different shapes here. They have a little plastic shrink wrap on them, but I'm wondering if you could kind of give them a little feel. and figure out which ones are which without having to buy them. Um, so yeah, they're pretty cool. So basically what you get is you get a little silicone mold, and you get a little container of UV resin, and the hilt of the sword or the weapon is already plastic. It's cast already, and then you just put that in there. As you can see in the pictures here, you can see the little handles, and they give you a little bit of a coloring powder, like a metallic powder, to go ahead and put in there, and you like it. But it's all the so here are the molds that I got. I've got a dwarven hunting axe. I've got this one was well, we'll see in a second because I'm gonna. Here it is. It was Haragrim, the uh, the horse master sword uh, of King Theoden. It's a cool looking sword. I got that. You also have the elven dagger. You could pick up Sting, which is legendary. You have the elven sword, right? The high elven sword. The shards of Narsil. So you get the shards. I don't know how that one casts. Does it cast as shards like all like that, or do you just get? I don't know. You get the white knives, the hunting axe, which is what I got, and then you've got Narsil reforged, double-headed axe, the Witch King longsword, which looks really fantastic. I like that. The Morgul knife. I got this, and it's freaking awesome. And then the Urkai swords, which is really cool too. Now, I don't know if the swords share a consistency, because what we're going to see is, my whole thing here was do these 118. It looked close enough, so I wasn't sure. Um, so these are the super rare. So it looks like Sting, but it comes with the One Ring. And then this is, I don't know what this is. I'm not sure which sword this is. If someone could help me. This looks like that mace that Sauron's using in the beginning of the movies, and there's also the One Ring, and these are those limited edition ones. So you get this little cardboard box, comes with a little portion of a map of Middle Earth. Inside, you get some little forging tools. That's like a little file you could use to clean up your mold after you cure the resin. Here's a little container with a crystal jammed in it of like metallic powder.
Cool.
That's right. Okay. That was the reforged. Okay. That's what it was. Okay. Got it.
The Flame of the West.
Yes. Yeah, you do. You get a little bit of Galadriel's hair in each box. I was wondering what that was. Yeah, because it's just in there, and I don't know. It's like she gave me a lock of her hair, and he's like,
That dwarf
"Damn it!"
had a
Like a
fetish. Yeah.
little creep. But yeah, so on like the axe, you just get a little mold here, a little silicone mold of the axe head itself, and then it just plugs into the handle, and
That's
here it is
cool.
forged. So yeah, these guys, I was gonna do them live on the stream, but I'm glad I didn't, because they take time to cure. You either have to leave them out in the sun for like over an hour, or if you have a UV light, you could do that. Um, so, but it comes with a little blacksmithing hammer and a little anvil there on the side, and so each one comes with So then this was the I think the Morgul blade
Oh,
came with
Goji cracked the code. There's literally a code on the package,
yeah,
and
because
if
I
you
don't
know
want to
the
buy
code,
doubles. These are
yeah,
$9.99. They're not that expensive, and they are very fun. I had a really good time. So you get this little bottle of resin with this long needle tip, right, that goes all the way down into the bottom of the mold.
I
And
was
you do
wondering
have
how
to
they
be,
did that because resin can be toxic. It's like this is made for kids.
yeah,
It,
I
but it's
got a little bit of it on my skin and I washed it off right away. This is like a UV resin. I would imagine it's got to be some kind of water based, because there's no odor or anything to it. But I don't know. I mean, they put out products that probably would
It's a
kill you.
cool
But
idea, and we've talked
yeah,
about this before because you have some
well,
vintage pieces where they did like mold your own army guys or mold
mhm.
your own vehicles. So it's always
Or
been a cool idea.
yeah, or I'll get to that later. But I did pick something up last Sunday that I'll show in a little
Ooh,
bit. But it's kind of that thing. This is really cool. My wife had this nail UV curing thing for nails, and I just propped this up on a couple books, and I was able to put the swords under it and cure them that way. So that worked
that is
out. So look, there is the Morgul
yeah.
blade.
Fantasia does have a point here. The Galadriel was supposed to be so beautiful that she was
Yeah,
part
I
of
I
the
don't blame her.
inspiration for the Silmarillion is the book. Yeah,
Similarian?
those things. Yeah,
Yeah.
the cool elf things that
So
were mentioned. Yeah.
that's the witch blade, the Morgul blade that stabs Frodo um on um Weathertop, was it? Weathertop? Um so that's cool.
Remember the Play-Doh factories? Those were
Play-Doh
cool too.
weapons factory. You get a little here's the horse lord sword. The horse lord sword.
Yeah,
Um
say that 5 times fast. Are the molds
Cure
reusable?
them.
It's a good question, Bjorn. I guess you don't
Yes.
have the materials, but you would be able to keep the molds and reuse them.
Yes, they are. And like in this case, they give you two hilts for the sword.
Oh,
So
really?
I got two because they say that you might mess up and you might want to practice. And if you look closely at the
Okay.
picture, I overfilled this one and got some of the resin on the horse sigils on the hilt, on the palm, the guard. You know what I mean? Like I kind of ruined it. But they do 118. That's what I wanted to show you guys. Look at that. So here's
That's impressive.
Shepherd. It's a big sword for a human. It's big. It's probably bigger than it is. I even watched the scene where Theoden, where Gandalf says maybe your fingers would feel their strength again if you were to
Oh, and
hold
gives
your.
him the sword.
Theoden holds his old sword, and it's not that big. It's a little smaller. It's a one hand sword, but it worked for me, baby. I don't care, right? Check this
And
out.
Shepard's a bad
There's
mamma jamma. He can handle a big sword.
there's and I'll jump over to the the toy cam in a second, but that's the Morgul the blade, the witch blades, and they give you two hilts, so I made two of them. So there's Jaguar dual wielding
Cool.
them. Here's Shepherd using the forge and the hammers, along with Uncle Jesse.
Very
So,
cool.
and they're making them. So these are a lot of fun, guys. These are just so much fun. Let's go to let's pull up the toy, the Rohirrim sword.
I like
Let's
the
see.
Rohirrim. I heard
Yeah.
rumor there was going to be a new animated cartoon featuring the Rohirrim. I
Is
haven't.
that right?
Yeah, I
Okay,
maybe
so yeah, let's
Netflix.
check out our little scene there. And here we have, so I was playing a lot with these. If anyone has any questions, you can take a closer look.
Yeah, Loki
Yeah,
looks right
yeah.
with a sword.
He looks okay, but this is more of a dagger in the movies, right? The Morgul blade, it was more of a dagger. But so I don't know if
Uncle
the
Jesse's
sword
forging the sword to take care of the boss hog. Yeah. That
he
a
is,
Dukes of
yes.
Hazzard Lord of the Rings crossover. That's marketable.
That's it. So come on, tell me that Leonidas does not look awesome rocking both of these hammers, man. These work, right? Come on.
It's hammer
That's
time.
great. It's hammer time. That's right. Um, but the only problem is the axe does not fit 118 scale. So this was the dwarven hunting axe, right? And you can see the scales a little all over the
Yeah,
place.
it's
And
big.
my
It
cast
looks
up
cool
here,
as like a background
yeah,
display piece though. If you had that on a wall or something. Yeah.
yeah, definitely for sure. But like, so this is a sword that's supposed to be like a one-handed sword, for example, right?
I'm there,
And
Bjorn, the Dukes of Middle Earth. Let's make it.
this is a two-handed axe, and it's just the handle's so thick on this. Maybe a Motu figure could use it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm guessing there's scale is kind of not the big marketing thing with this. It's the idea of forging
no,
weapons and
and
doing something
that's
cool. They look
a
good.
dagger, which is like
Oh
half a
yeah.
sword. But I love it, man. I had so much fun making these. Um, and I was thrilled that they worked with my 1/18 scale figures. And you can see here back here, I just have him for a comparison. This is the latest the Skeletron figure. He came with a sword.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, and so when you see him next to and he's holding this sword, you could they work very well.
Yeah.
Now, am I going to have dark shadows on somehow through some interdimensional portal? They got you know witch blades from Middle
Yes.
Earth or anything?
Okami with Morgul blades. That would be cool.
Yeah, like that's not probably going to happen, but I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I really like him, and
You could make a parallel between some of the people I've met in Appalachia and Mordor. It's the inbreeding, I think.
I think they look great. I'm gonna get more of these for sure. There were some swords that I really saw in here that I do want. You know, uh,
Sorry, we're still on the
look
Dukes
to
of
the
Hazard.
south. General Lee Horn plays music. Just comes jumping over. Then it
I can see him,
pauses.
yeah, jumping into Helm's
Yeah,
Deep.
yeah. They show the wall exploding, and it's like it pauses, and it's like, what are these guys gonna do? Tune in next week.
Oh, them Duke boys making trouble again.
Oh, okay, Jeff, if you want to pick them up. So far, the only place I saw them in person was at Target, but it was empty. Like the shelf label was there, but it was an empty space. They were sold out. Um,
Who
Amazon
gets
has them.
who gets the wooden spoon?
The wooden spoon, does it fit? Oh yeah, they do give you a little wooden spoon. That's right. To scoop the stuff. It doesn't really fit in anyone's hand though. And
Thanos.
it is
Thanos
funny.
should get the wooden spoon.
Yeah, and they give you so much of this like glitter powder. Like I got it all over my hands and everything. So I was like, yeah, I'm done using that. Some of the older, so I watched a couple videos on these. Some of the older stuff, you had to mix the powder into the resin, and some of the newer sets, the resin is coming pre-mixed. So I bought two. You notice I have three things. One of them, the resin was dried out. There was nothing in the resin. It wasn't in the container. It was just the bottle was empty. So I went on
Oh, it had a
Amazon
leak or something.
and
Okay.
yeah, and well, it's just hard. I poked it with a stick, and just chunks came out of it. So it was like it was in the package, but
If you said that sentence to your doctor, he'd probably be very worried about you.
I poked it. I squeezed it, and chunks came out. It was really gross. So, but Amazon wants me to return it. I have to drop it off at a
What?
Staples store. Yeah,
For 10
so they sent
bucks?
me a new one. So I'm probably going to send the axe back because I figure. So they give you enough resin to make a couple. I was able to cast two Morgul blades and one axe and one of the I forget the horse lord sword, what it's called.
Rohirrim.
I have one extra hilt for the horse sword, but I don't have any resin. I'm out, so it was enough. And it's worm tongue.
Oh
Enos
yeah.
worm tongue. I'm sorry,
I'm
Ennis.
I'm seeing a
Enos.
beautiful parody here. Yeah. Now would Boss Hog would he be Sauron or would he be Saruman? Because he's got the white, thinking.
Yeah, he would probably be Saruman. And then I think uh, Uncle Jesse goes to see him, right? And he's like, "We got to talk
There you
about
go.
this. There's some stuff going on here in Hazard County." And he's like, "None can stand before the power of Hazard." Then they have a battle. Uh,
I would watch that. I really would.
oh my god! And then Daisy Dukes cutting off her hair, giving it to people. Oh my god! Flash would be a dragon. Oh, and then you have the cousins too. There's
That's
Bo and
right.
Luke, and then they had the
Go get him,
cousins.
Flash. Oh, Coy and Vance. Yeah, the the later issues.
They light, but they light the towers, and and they come. They see, the towers have been lit. We must go to Hazard's aid.
Jesse the Gray.
Jesse,
Yes,
yeah, he becomes Jesse the White. Yes.
it's all that white lightning.
Cooter is either Merry or Pippin. Let's just say he has two personalities, and he goes between the two of them. He talks to himself all the time.
That's right, Scotty. We shall not speak of Coy and Vance. Those were the dark days of the Dukes.
Oh, okay. A bunch of semis appear on the ridge.
It's a convoy.
Who would Sean?
You see what
Bean
you
play?
started,
Sean?
Will?
You ain't gonna pass. You ain't gonna pass. He stops it.
Waylon Jennings comes out. Now, y'all might think this is strange, but this is just Middle Earth.
This is just middle. Oh my god.
Who would Sean Bean play? I don't know, but he'd be the first to die. He always dies in every one of his movies or shows.
Yeah. It's too funny, man. That would be someone call
Ramen already has the ramen racer in the appropriate orange. We just need to do the Lord of the Rings crossover. That's an add-on kit coming soon.
Oh god, yeah, you ain't gonna pass kills me because I could just see him stopping in the road. You ain't gonna pass.
Y'all just turn around and get.
Lord of O-Rings.
Oh yeah, that would be a good name for a show. Fantasy O-Ring line, Lord of the O-Ring. Yeah, I'm with it.
I love it. I love it. This is great. So in that last slide, you see there, I have my Strike Force Alpha guys that I probably wouldn't try to put these in like a classic O-Ring Joe hands because their thumbs could break off. But the new O-Ring figures, one of the things that they improved on is the hands they have a swivel wrist, and they also they're a little more
for Delta
flexible.
17. Gotcha. Yeah, so they could be sword wielding.
And Strike Force Alpha. I don't mind, cramming something into their hands. But I wouldn't try it with like a classic O-Ring.
Quit feeding me one-liners, Will. This is not the day for it. I've had way too much coffee.
Speaking of Strike Force Alpha, I did want to just bring this up. I wanted to bring this up a couple weeks ago, but you see here, here are two characters. So this is the Delta Trooper from Delta 17 and the Thunder Battalion from Retrograde.
The Delta Trooper.
Yeah, Delta Trooper and Retrograde.
And Thunder Battalion.
Thunder Battalion.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be cool to have unmasked versions of them because I have like three of each of these. So I just thought it'd be like cool. You got two troopers and you maybe got one with the mask off. And part of my delve into those 2000 Joes was I was looking for kind of lesser known or lesser recognizable O-ring heads to put on those guys. And I knew that in the 2000s they changed some colors. They even made like a dial tone with no mustache. I was going to use him as one of the. He's a dial tone. He's made from dial tone like version 1, but he has no mustache, so he looks totally different.
Weird.
But then I came across these on Strike Force Alpha. Which can you see that? Does that look weird on yours? Looks blue.
No,
right?
it is kind of bluish.
That's weird. Why does it
Where'd
have
it go?
blue? I don't know. Does it have a blue haze for you guys? Like a blue filter over it?
Kind of, sort of.
Now, okay, it went away. All right. Okay, yeah, I saw like a big blue, like translucent thing over it. So when you pick up Strike Force Alpha figures, you get a spare head on all of them, and they have the pop and swap features. So you can see that their hands pop off at the forearm. Their boots pop off at the shin, and their heads pop off. They have like a ball adapter on the bottom, and then it's just a ball socket on the top. so you could pop them on, and you get an extra head. But over on the Strikeforce Alpha website, whiteelephanttoys.com, you could pick up Strikeforce Alpha figures, which I have many of, and I enjoy them. I love them. Um, they're selling just the cloaks too. These cloaks are great for just $5. You get a cloak with a hood, fits on an O-ring figure, really nice. Uh, you could even pick up stands for them. So I picked up a couple stands. But I got this. This is a really good deal going on if you like to customize.
Oh wow.
So it's
Yeah.
Strikeforce Alpha 10-pack of heads for only $16. That's really good, man. You get a lot, and I have them right here. So you get all your main characters, and there's some really good, head sculpts in there. Um, so that can help with those things. I will say it's a little loose. The neck adapter is a little loose on the inside, so you might have to just wrap a little tape around it or something just to give it a little more grip.
Okay.
But I think this guy's like a perfect unmasked.
Let me blow that one up a
Like
little bit so we can see it.
yeah,
Boom.
I know he's
I
like
like that.
Doctor.
Yeah, because he's
I think
got
he
more of
looks
the
good though.
looks like an older Spetsnaz. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is a Strikeforce Alpha character, but just for if I'm taking toy photography and you're not like into everything, I like them. I think he's like Doctor Diablo, or I could be wrong. Maybe he's Helgard. I don't know, but I
I
think it's pretty
agree.
good. But
Dial tone
yeah,
without a mustache.
Dalton,
That's like Magnum PI without a mustache. You just don't
he
do it.
looks weird. He looks weird, but if you saw him on like a Delta body, I went with this one because I liked that he had that little headband. I thought he looked cool. Um, let me take that.
Headbands are cool. Yeah. Kind of a little Rambo kind of deal.
Yeah,
Digging it.
and that's your Delta Trooper, and I don't know. Their helmets come off sometimes, I'm sure. Um, but I thought it'd be cool, a cool way to, and that's kind of what led me, like I said, down this whole like 2000s thing. I was looking at all my 2000s Joes, looking for heads, and I came across that pack, and I was like, you know what? Why even bother taking apart old Joes? I got all these extra heads here I could use, so that's cool. But
I'm
that's all I
curious if
got,
some of
guys.
the Leonard O-ring heads, because they do have the head with the ball neck, if
Yeah,
those would be
I think
compatible with
so.
Delta 17. That's an idea. Because some of
Maybe.
those are
I'm not
cool head
sure.
sculpts too. Might have to do a little repaint.
I know even within GI Joe, some years swap better with others. I know there was the original heads, and then there's the ball necks, but even some of the ball necks don't. They're not 100% compatible. Like there's a little bit of thing. But I do want to take this time to thank our Patreon and channel members, guys. We really appreciate all of the support. Thank you so very much.
Indeed.
Really, really, really.
Will and I have
It's not
been chewing
required,
on
but
some ideas
greatly
for
appreciate.
what we could do to spice up Patreon. We haven't really invested a lot of time and effort into it, but I think there's potential there. So we might look at doing some
Yeah.
Patreon exclusive stuff that we can't do on YouTube due to the nanny cam bot thing.
Would you guys want to do something like, so that's a good question because we got a really good, and most of our supporters and followers are here in the chat right now. Guys, would you be interested in something like a Patreon or channel member only live stream or a hangout sometime during the week? A hangout would be more like we'd invite up to 10 people into StreamYard. It wouldn't be aired. It would just be internal, but it would be a good time for people in the community here to get FaceTime with each other. You could show off some of your hauls and things like that, and just hang out for an hour or two, maybe once every other week or once a week,
Yeah,
depending on it. Or would you
we're
rather just a member only live stream where we just talk about whatever, really, we could go anywhere.
we're spitballing ideas. So if you come up with something, put them in the comments, and we'll take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Useless trivia.
So just let me know, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the blue screen of, well, it was like the blue screen of, yeah. It wasn't really death. It was like, yeah. Like it was just like a blue screen of annoyance. I don't know.
They demanded a shrubbery.
But, yeah, it's just that. But Yeah, guys. Also, share some of the things. If you pick up some of those Lord of the Rings things and you do a better job than I did, I'm going to experiment with some other UV resins that you could pour in there. So, because they give you a really teeny, teeny bottle. So I'm sure like UV resin's not cheap, but for probably $10, you could probably get enough to do a dozen swords or something, and just cure them and then paint them out. Um, how about a stream where we flesh out this
We'll have
Lord of
a
the Rings
Lord of the Rings Dukes of Hazzard workshop. There's
workshop,
something
or
there,
maybe
man.
we get a scene together. We do a table read all together, where we set it all up and
I love it.
start working on that, guys. Yeah, please share those pictures, guys. If you have any of these, if you pick some up, I'd like to see how you guys do making them. But
Yeah,
with that,
please take some
uh,
pictures of your weapon forging attempts. That would be interesting.
yeah.
Very
I
interesting.
was gonna say they show like in the video you holding that little hammer and like hammering the thing on there. You're supposed to use. You have my 1/18th axe. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's awesome. Yank.
You ain't gonna
Kills me. You ain't gonna.
jump
All
jump
right,
to
guys.
cheat yet.
Where is my thing here? Yep. Okay. All right. Well, with that, thank you all. Have a great week. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Uh,
Have a good week,
Duke
guys.
Elf sword glows when the cops are around. That's actually really hilarious. That
After
is
the
really hilarious.
moonshine.
Mithril. They call it mithril, like it's the moonshine. It sparkles. We discovered a new moonshine deep below. We call it mithril.
Oh, please
Gets you
end the
really,
show,
really.
Will. We're just going downhill, man.
All right. I'll see you
Pull the
guys.
plug.
Have a good night.
Have a good week.